How's it going, guys? My name is Kro, and today in Grow a Garden, we have a legitimate way to farm the chubby squirrel, the chubby chipmunk, to make him massive. And it involves a pet shard. And it involves very normal pets, like the wasp or the Dilophosaurus. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel, and let's get into the video. So previously, I've shown you guys that there are ways to acquire multiple chubby chipmunks, and it was basically cheating, glitching, and exploiting. That would be my two most recent videos here on the channel, where in the final video, this one here called Big Mistake, I deleted all my extra chubby chipmunks and went back to having just the one to play this game properly. And with the help of the lovely people in the Dawn Discord server, we may have figured out how to make your chubby chipmunk get even chubbier even faster. My chubby chipmunk is one of the ones I kept is this guy right here, the golden one, and I love how he looks, but we're gonna change him. And we're gonna use one of the new shards available in the game, the Nutty Shard. If you go over here to your events section and you go over to your free chipmunk, take a look down here at 0.24% pet shard nutty. And this is actually quite nutty. And the effect is quite nutty. Here at the bottom on the Grow a Garden wiki, you can see the nutty mutation. Every 20 minutes, the next pet's ability has a 20% chance to activate twice. Otherwise, this pet loses a level. Now, at first, you may be freaking out, Kro, I don't want my pet to lose a level or an age or whatever, but don't worry about that because that's not what matters. What matters is giving him weight. He can fail all the way down to age 1 and he doesn't lose weight. He's a special pet, our lovely chubby chipmunk. And if you want to farm these rewards and all the way to the end, when you have access to the fortune squirrel or the pecan seed, you need a big chubby squirrel. So in the time I farmed this event, I've only farmed up about 15 chests. I haven't done much farming, but in that time, I did luck out and acquire a nutty pet shard. Here it is right here, the nutty pet shard. Let's go and erase gold. Sad, I know. Erase gold on our Nillo here and give him nutty. And now you can take a look. Every 20 minutes or so, it has a chance to duplicate its ability. Its ability is the getting an increased bunch of weight. Now, you're probably wondering, Kro, that's great, but I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes. Now, one thing to keep in mind, we already know that reduction abilities do not work on this. I tried my 15-second peacocks, and they couldn't affect that. But my 15-second peacocks can affect this bottom ability, this nutty ability, and the nutty ability can affect the first one. Oh yeah, I'm going to demonstrate with 15-second peacocks, but then we're going to talk about all the other options you can use, you might even have in your pet inventory that can do the job. Let me plop down my two 15-second peacocks, my golden one, who's huge, Titanic, and then my rainbow one. And let me open up and take a look at the nutty guy's ability. As you can see right now, I've got 17 minutes and 51 seconds left on that ability. And I'm waiting for the trigger. Boom, drop down to 15 minutes from the peacock. And then boom, drop down to 13 minutes from the peacock with the first ability, the growing ability, completely unaffected. Now we're going to stay here, not for much longer. The power of editing, you're not going to notice. We're going to stay here until we actually see the nutty ability trigger. And then we're going to watch it trigger and duplicate, hopefully, or lose a level, but duplicate the ability we want duplicated, which is his growth ability. If the squirrel would stay around the peacocks, that would be wonderful. The chipmunk's ability is all the way down to 6. The nutty ability is at 6 minutes. We're almost there. The ability is down to 1 minute 34. However, his main ability, the growing ability, is about to go off, right? He's going to go, he's going to get a bite to eat right around now, wherever the chipmunk went. His ability is ready. He's going to go and eat. He's over here. Perfect. He was nowhere near the peacocks. Now, the nutty guy has used his ability. Perfect. This is lining up excellently for the demonstration purposes. Now he's about to get triggered by the peacock. Nutty went off. Let's see what it says. The nutty pet mutation ability is ready for the next pet ability to use. I think it was successful. Oh, it doesn't activate immediately. The next time it activates twice. I misread it. So now we're stuck waiting 1 minute for it to activate twice. And we will know it's twice because he should jump up to about 1.35 kilograms. The nutty ability went off twice before this one has, oh, failed to trigger, -1 level. Ouch, that sucks. It is only a 20% chance of success, right? So which means 80% chance of failure. So he went off and he did it normally the one time. Okay, now how do you acquire this pet shard? You acquire this pet shard by picking up the acorns. And the fastest way to pick up the acorns, as long as you don't have multiples, is to do the turn-ins to activate the ability so the nutty guy goes out there and does it every 3 minutes, 5 minutes, every 30 seconds for 5 minutes. We submit the fruits, now the guy is going off every 30 seconds to do his job. So farming efficiently is 1, nutty mutation on your chipmunk. 2, activate the weather, keep it going constantly so he does his ability every 30 seconds to grow every 30 seconds. And then 3, acquiring pets that will help him reduce the nutty cooldown for additional chances of getting bigger and bigger with the nutty ability. Now, what pets can you use? Let's talk about that. The Dilophosaurus is one option. His ability does decrease the cooldown of things by 40 seconds or more depending on age, weight, rainbow, etc. And the Dilophosaurus does a really good job, especially if you have multiple of them, because the spit can hit other Dilophosauruses, which will reduce their cooldowns, making them spit again over and over and over. Multiple Dilophosauruses might be a method of using the nutty mutation over and over and over again. Obviously 15-second peacocks, obviously a 15-second mimic, but you guys don't have a 15-second mimic. That's just not possible. Though the mimic might not even work. We'll have to figure that out. Another option is the wasp. The wasp every 10 minutes stings something and advances cooldown by 60 seconds. Wasps aren't bad. Another option is the meerkat. Every 7 minutes goes to do a lookout and decreases things cooldowns. And there's probably other pets I'm forgetting that can also help you with that job. So if you can think of any pets that can help reduce the cooldown of the nutty thing, comment down below and let me know. But ultimately, 20% chance every handful of minutes is still relatively slow. The best way is still hand-ins, weather. Every 30 seconds it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Because while this is probably not the best method to acquire crates, this is the only method to acquire certain things like the energy chew or the rug or this pet here, the hyrax, this pet here, the fortune squirrel, as well as the pecan. So before this event is over, most likely this coming Saturday, I bet you Halloween's around the corner, make sure you finish this off, grow the biggest squirrel you can grow, and then if you want to farm additional chests, what you want to do is run around and pick up the acorns that spawn on the map. And if you guys want to run around and collect acorns, because you're preparing to do the shard method, probably what you want to do is acquire certain pets that will increase your run speed. Off the top of my head, you've got the raptor. I picked up some raptors recently. They're fantastic. You can run almost twice as fast. It's hilarious, and my raptor's not even full age. On top of that, you also have other pets. There is a mouse. One of the mice does jump height, and one of the mice does run speed. And those mice are still acquirable right now as we speak over in the egg shop. And I can't remember which egg had the mice in it. It might have been the legendary egg. If memory serves me, was it the rare egg? No, it wasn't the rare egg. Was it legendary? No. Was it really the uncommon egg? No. Was it the mythical egg? Here it is. So the gray mouse or the brown mouse, I can't remember which one affects run speed. The other one affects jump speed. So go ahead and hatch some of these to help you to run around and gather all those nuts, all those acorns, to hook you up with the pet shard if the pet shard is something you want to do. And that is the advanced tip to farm this faster. It comes down to the nutty mutation because you don't care how low level the pet gets. Hopefully this video was useful to you. Hopefully it was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300K OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.